Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys don't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to those Bitcoin charts on the 4-hour. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4-hour. As you can see, we pretty much got a test into around that resistance area. Looks like we got a slightly front ran there as well. So the test of support looks like it got front ran. The test of resistance looks like it got a front ran. Found our way below obviously our 39,000 top side of this support zone. But yeah, just sat comfortably at the moment within the middle of this $42,000 to $35,000 range. At present, looks like we've on this 4-hour at least trying to print a higher low, and at which point can we then come and print a higher high, which would potentially get us through 42,000 and accelerate us into the next zone. That is what all eyes are on at the moment. If this is in fact was in fact the back test, albeit front ran of these levels, then yeah, we could be looking at trying to get above 42,000 and beyond. Obviously, it is a pretty obvious range now. So, well, in this shorter term, but an obvious range of obviously if we take out 35,000, then I think potentially we will be obviously looking at 30,000, and then obviously reassessing our lives down here. Are we going to break it and go into the low 20s, or is it going to be our third test down to these sort of lows? But obviously that's the bear case. The bull case is we regain 39,000, pop above 42,000 and try and consolidate in the next zone, and then try and get some healthier BTC price action, basically between 40,000 and 50,000, maybe even 52,000. We have to see how the range plays out. That's the Goldilocks scenario, what we're looking for, to bust back into this range up here. Whilst ever we're down here, we do clearly run the risk of losing 35,000, then potentially even getting as low as 30,000, and then potentially losing that level as whatever confidence was built up in this sort of sideways holding the lows so far. That confidence pretty much will get destroyed, and then I think a lot of FOMO selling will ensue. So yeah, we need to realistically get above 42, put as much distance between down here as we can, and then just trade sideways, consolidate in this area before ultimately seeing if we have the strength to get us above 58,500 and basically onto new all-time highs. So not really much else to say, because you can see we've not been doing a lot. Ethereum Bitcoin pairing as well, just sort of hanging around, maybe drifting upwards slightly, but just roughly been hanging around 70, between 70, 0.71, sorry, 70 and 0.72. 0.072, that's the one. I just look at these numbers and say 70s and 72s, but yeah, hanging between there. But obviously if we get a move above this nice horizontal here, which we've initially got rejected at, then we could certainly be looking at basically taking out this 0.087 level. The USD pairing, as you can see, it is struggling a little bit to try and hold above this horizontal, but obviously not looking too bad. Looking like a potential inverted head and shoulders, which would give us a pretty nice target. But we'll have to see how that plays out, and obviously directionally this is going to pretty much follow the USD value of Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance as well, still looking good for potentially not taking out this high, but you can see this is you can see here basically we want to get below these levels, close below here and hold below here, and then below here, and then we could pretty much see an acceleration downwards. But what I think we really do need to see for this extra confidence to come into the crypto market is us basically get above 42,000 and into this range, and then trade sideways within this range. Things will look a lot better, and then obviously then above these levels things will start to look very good. But first things first, if we can get into here, then I think Bitcoin dominance will resume its precipitous fall. Stock market's just hanging around up there as well, not doing too much, just easing off ever so slightly, not too much to see there. The dollar eased up ever so slightly. It is taking its sweet time, consolidating at these relative lows here, before ultimately it will take the leap potentially off the cliff. We'll see what happens, but yeah, there is obviously a little bit of interest on both sides here, holding up the price action. So I think we are just waiting for stocks for basically risk on to basically happen again. 10-year is still hanging around there as well. I mean, there's a lot of stagnation over the last. It's not a lot of stagnation, but over the last day, not a lot has happened in any of these markets. So yeah, we are waiting for some sort of a trigger, some sort of a move, and then yeah, stocks will potentially make that move to the upside, dollar to the downside, Bitcoin to the upside, and we Bitcoin dominance to the downside, and everything will be looking great. So yes, over to Bitcoin. We'll look at the stochastics. Not much else to do, not a lot going on, not much else we can look at, but it was a daily. This is the one we want to see getting all the way up to busters through 42,000. But the 4-hour easing off a little bit here. Had a nice bullish reset. Potentially going to come in and hit a trend line down here, and then maybe that will be the start of the next move up. 10 hours probably going to be getting pretty toppy now, I would say, but we shall see. Yeah, not really, not too toppy. Still got room to run. But yeah, 10 hour not looking too bad. Daily not. Obviously, you can see these are starting to lose a bit of their upwards momentum. But the daily is it's the main one we want to get moving. This gets moving, we will be through 42,000. But as you can see, still pointing up, still looking good. Overall, it is potentially looking good. And then once we get that move, if we get that move above 42k, then I think the daily will really start to kick in, potentially the 2-day as well. And then, yeah, I mean, we will have enough momentum and strength to basically hold ourselves above 42,000 basically. What level we can get up to, I don't particularly know, but the main thing we'll have that stochastic momentum to keep us above 42,000, and start to again grow that confidence further in the market, grow that confidence further in crypto after obviously having a 50% plus pullback, bro. So yeah, that is it. Not much else to look at. I'll say this morning, not a lot been going on. So yes, thank you for listening, guys. Remember, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.